Hi, it is I, John_Silva_, your favorite streamer, and today we're answering Tosh's question. Tosh. And he says, I wanted to know how what paints humans with a bit of focus on the head, what gives it the look that you can tell that it is done by WLOP. How to paint humans with a bit of focus on the head. Okay, let's actually just focus on the head. Okay, so anyone who has a pair of eyeballs can pretty much tell that it's a mix of it's soft looking and there's brush strokes. Those are like the main two things, right? It looks soft and you see brush strokes. And honestly, it's not much more out of that as far as like the initial impact. I will of course get a more in-depth to it, but LOP, I think he's someone who also enjoys experimenting and uses Photoshop quite a lot, like Photoshop's capabilities of editing and things like that. Excuse me. We'll get into it. But first, we need a background. So let's focus on the head. Bleep, blah, bloop. And now we need the background to be sort of dark so that she'll pop, or the head will pop out of it. And I think I know which brushes he's using. All right. I have a million brushes, but I'll use ones that look kind of like it for now. Oh, you know what? I can describe the technique right now. So what he does is he'll paint a shape, hold, smile. He'll like paint his shape. So I'm gonna draw the head, so this will be the window. He also uses a lot of selections, from what I remember. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched WLOP's painting in like the longest time. I used to see his process all the time, but I don't know if I'm outdated or not. But he'll use shapes and then lock transparency in the layer. And I believe he applies texture first. Yeah. Okay, there's two ways he goes about it. Here. He will add texture first. Let's take this, that, add a little bit of blue. Okay, close enough. He'll add gradients initially. That's a little too strong, but whatever. He'll add gradients initially. And then he goes in with a brush. Here. Hold on, I need to make some more selections. Of course, I'll do the character, don't worry. But since I needed the background, is like the best example. There you go. There you go. Easy clap. That's good enough. And I'll do the blinds and all that in a second. And then he will use a texture brush on top of gradients. I'm gonna try to find a brush that mimics what he has as much as I can, but I don't want to spend way too much time looking for the perfect one. This will do. It's not the same at all. Wait, I have a better one than this. Somewhere at the top here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, this will do. It's like a rake brush, but it's whatever. So like he'll copy, like he'll select the color underneath, or I would select the color underneath and sort of like, there you go. Fuck, I still don't like this brush. It's way too straight. Hold! Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. All right. So he'll go color pick underneath and like sort of go over the brush, the smooth transitions. And hold a second. Just gonna go and paint around like this. And eventually he'll go again. Sorry. He'll go again with a soft brush once again to do a glaze over the textures, and it's close enough, you know, for like 2 seconds. And that is his technique for the most part. Now we can apply that to the face. So that's like quick answer right there. And now he likes to paint with shapes from what I remember. So this is a very desaturated. There you go. I'm gonna just draw the head of the character, okay? So that we don't spend a lot of time. But he'll like paint the shape of a character. I think he uses. You guys that actually might have seen his. To those of you who might actually have seen the real process, because I think he has a Patreon and all that, probably is different from this. All right. So obviously I have the image in front of me, so I know how it's gonna look like, but he probably searches for things like he'll draw like the shape of the character, like a base, and then he'll like draw the hair, like the hairstyle. He probably tries to find things. This reminds me, I should really like look into. It's been a long time since I haven't seen his process. I wonder if something changed. He'll like paint again. I have a round, hard, round brush with opacity on. Kind of like search for it. There you go. Oh, I forgot the hand. I'm an idiot. I'm like, oh, something is missing. Yeah, the hand. I'm not gonna paint the hand. This will be like a long video then. Let's take that. A little brighter. And I'll do this. All right. This will be good enough for now. So the face. Let's go back to the face. We have the chin here. Yeah, let me cut the. There you go. And then the neck, hair, rest of the hair. So of course this is a render. There's no way to do this like quickly, but I do know that early on he starts applying some of the lighting and shadow to the characters, and everything is very desaturated. Very, very, very desaturated, and then he's actually very good at it and very smart to do it. Like I could learn something from that. Something flying in front of my face. Sorry. I could definitely learn something from it. Like he's very good at making desaturated colors pop. Also blend a little bit. I think, okay, so I'm blending with my smudge, but I'm pretty sure he just switches from soft brush to hard brush constantly, right? So here and here. In fact, Every image is a little different from what I remember. Again, my memory might be jogged, but from what I remember, it changes a little bit every time. So sometimes he'll just use the soft round brush all the time and then apply hard edges. You know how I did the texture in the background? It's that, but sometimes instead of starting with the soft gradient, he'll start with like textures and then glaze over some soft brushes. That's why he gets like this natural haze to his paintings, because he'll do a lot of this, you know, like I just painted with a hard round brush, and then I went over here and I'm kind of like painting a little bit with a soft round brush, and then when everything starts looking a little too soft or a little too like a little too hazy, he'll go in there with the round brush and bring back some of that sharper edges, you know. So like I'd say when he's like this in the discovery phase, it's very forgiving to just use the soft brush, because there's a lot that you can get away with the soft brush. Now my lighting looks very desaturated, and that's for a good reason. His images start really desaturated. Also, I'm gonna flip here, sorry, so that I can be a bit more accurate. I've been doing these videos for a long time today. So I just want to be a bit more accurate on actually replicating the image. I guess this is gonna be a longer video, because WLOP you can just do whatever. I gotta pay respects, you know. I mean, not that I don't do the same to the other artists. I do. That's why whenever we do these, I always spend some time on it. All right, so there you go. This is good enough. Yeah, so from what I remember, he kind of like uses light and shadow for placement of things. All right, so and another thing is that using the soft brush, it's very easy to blend in he has a lot of like subtle variety in his colors, and I'm sure he also uses some adjustment layers to get there, but mainly it's due to the subtle gradients that you get, or that he does very, very early on and afterwards too. I can see that he uses some right here. He uses some either soft light or linear dodge, or yeah, one of those two would do well. Also, this is not correct at all. I'm getting a little hung up on how accurate the replication is, so which I shouldn't, because the question is about pretty much the process and how to make it look like a WLOP painting. But I'll try my best. There you go. So I have most things relatively in the same place. But yeah, the goal is to go from desaturated to saturated, and then use adjustment layers. So that's to say, overlay, soft light, linear dodge, like anything you can think of to give it different. It's all about gradients with WLOP. It's gradients, texture, and like simple shapes. He doesn't really go too crazy with in detail with his paintings. It's more like a refined it's like a refined like painterly sort of painting. So there's that. And okay, so let's add some shadows now, and then we'll add light, and we're good to go. I'm gonna add some light. And okay, so for example here, Obviously, I can just look at the color and replicate it, but I'm pretty sure he uses at least a soft light in the very least. Yeah. Or at least soft light is very good at like either one. Either soft light is very good at replicating these sort of like transitions, or he actually uses it. Once again, I need to brush up on my WLOP or WLOP studies. It's been a long time. Again, I'm pretty sure he uses selections. If not selections, then he'll use layer lock. He'll lock the layer. So there you go. Yeah, I'd bet anything he uses soft light layer because it just has that look for some of his lighting. Hello? Why isn't this? Oh, never mind. Okay. And once again, he'll like sculpt with a hard round brush, and then he'll go in. Actually, it wasn't done yet. He'll sculpt with a hard round brush, and then he'll go in with the soft brush. It's like always two brushes, I'd say, is what it's what you'd want to do. And then towards the end, you'd have some texture. So see how I'm adding a little bit of red using the soft light, and we're getting very close to, as far as like color transition and what makes it look like his work, we're sort of getting there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. Every step of the way, I'm pretty sure that this is a good layer to like do what he does. Here too. All right. All right. Now, so now that everything, it's literally this. Now that everything is very soft, well, I'm just gonna go with a hard round. Smile. And bring back some of the... so the cool thing about using this is that you can make something look sharp really easily, because most things in the image are also, I think, using a selection. Fuck. This is way easier to do on the iPad. All right. For those of you who don't know, I've been painting a lot on the iPad. But there you go. Like that, and then he'll go over. Now, because it's very sharp, he'll go over and like soften that up. Yeah, and now back to round brush. Smile. And then there's like this sharp crease here, which can be done very easily by just one brush stroke. Bam, it's in there. And now here, the corner of the eye, same thing. I'm missing some of the warmth. Mine is still generally like cold, but towards the end, we'll be able to, let me flip the image. Towards the end, we'll be able to deal with that easier once you already have a base. A base. There you go. Hey, what's up, Cyrix? Anyone joining in? Sorry if I'm not answering what you say in chat. Welcome to Silva Scouts, where I answer questions from chat and demo the answer while I'm at it. So I'm like fully focused on doing a good job at this. Oh yeah, the eyes. I keep forgetting. So the eyes, I actually just warm colors, and it's again same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Paint a shape, paint whatever it is that you want to paint, and if it's too sharp, you soften it. If it's too soft, you sharpen it, going back and forth from going back and forth from hard brush to soft brush. That's all you do. Silva Decodes, you mean? Oh, what did I say? Did I say scouts? Welcome to Silva Decodes. Too many segments. I'm getting them mixed up. All right, so I'm seeing that like some areas here are too bright right now. So I'm gonna go over. Of course, don't forget that like you actually need to spend time on these things. I feel like I repeat myself a lot when it comes to that with these decodes. It's just that I'm trying to go at as fast as I can. But you, if you're doing this on your own time, you should actually like spend time analyzing things and like being careful. That's pretty much that. He actually starts with a sketch and values map. Really? Like he draws it? Doesn't he go into shape? Listen, it's been years since I saw his process. So you guys can go and check directly how he does it. But I think the quickest way to get to that, I mean, I'm getting the same result. The end result is the same. Yeah, feels bad. But hey, that's what Decodes is about. Just getting to where you want. Gradient values map. I do not see that at all. That's like some 5-head stuff that I'm not. I'm a very simple person. If I can do it with just a brush in a relatively fast time, then it's what I'll focus on. This process probably changed a lot too, for sure. I mean, yeah. I'm curious now. I'll probably look up his current process. I love his work. And see what did he change. But anyways, so again, just normal. Anyone can do this. Normal layer. Like there's nothing special going on. It's just back to back, same thing. I'll continue with the face though. It's sketched and values map, then works as mood, then he overlays colors and color gradients, and then works on details. I'm very interested to see how he does it nowadays. I have some of his like old tutorials and it was nothing like that. All right. It's just like soft brush, hard round, soft brush, hard round selections, hard brush, soft round. But here we are. Of course, you can see where this is going. It's pretty much just a requirement of time, which I don't want you guys to. You know, you kind of like you get it. You get it. So this is how I would approach his style in a, well, comparatively to his new, apparently his new process. This is definitely simpler. Of course there's more to it. I'm missing like ambient occlusions, I'm missing a bunch of stuff, but like you kind of get the point of these are to get it answered. I'm just gonna do this shadow here. Also, at some point, if you paint with a soft brush, chat, it actually looks hard if most of your painting isn't like super sharp. You can make a soft brush look sharp relatively easy. Also, this like out of place. I kind of want to finish this, but the video would be the video will be really long if it isn't already. There's also a way to do the tattoo really in a really cool manner. But we ain't doing it, Chief. Heavier eyelashes. And of course you want to zoom in there. I didn't zoom in even once, but you'd want to get in there and do everything like neatly. So corner of the mouth, soft. Like that. And then you have the chin, and then of course you'd want, I'm gonna do one last thing, and then we'll call it there because the rest is just render time. You guys pretty much get the point. But I'll go with linear dodge. I'm gonna try and see how that, oh yeah. So there's this sort of brilliancy to the end of his work that linear dodge layer adds. So this, fuck, I should have had the cool auras on all this time. I forgot I used to have that on. Anyways, there's this brilliancy that color dodge. So I have a very dark sort of pink. And you can get a similar effect like that. Wait, where's the hold? I'm trying to merge layers. All right. Wait, sorry, my layers are a mess right now. Okay. You know what? This is fine. Smile. I just wanted to have a layer where I can go here. There you go. Sort of do the same thing. Also, this is warmer, not colder. And then kind of softly erase that. And now I'm going to use the same layer to bring some of the warmness for the character that I was missing earlier on. Again, you do want to go from desaturated to saturated. And then the layers will pick up all of the subtleties underneath and kind of like enhance it. Also, it's way harder to paint on now that I've been painting so much on I've been painting so much on the iPad. I'm like struggling on the Wacom. All right, it's good enough. Fuck it. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna call it here. You guys get the point. Of course, the rest requires there's like more ambient occlusion, etc., going on. This has been it for this video. Hope this helped you, Tosh. Was definitely a challenge for me. And thank you so much. I'll see you on the next Silva Decodes.